Okay, this is Oblivion. I put this at number 5. It's in my list because it's a game you can freely roam anywhere. You walk from one end to the other end of the world. It's a massive world. It's not generally what I would call an RPG, but the type of game it is maybe the best of its type. It's a world that lives, you know, it comes to life. So it's number 5. This is Infinite Undiscovery. It's a game I delved into, but it definitely had something about it. I liked the character of the villages, the sound of it, and the characters seemed quite good. Maybe at the start it showed a little bit too much of what's going to happen. I never like that, because I like to feel like the story hasn't been told yet, you know. But it's number 4. This is Valkyria Chronicles. You may say this is not an RPG, but I would agree in some ways. It's a strategy RPG, really. Feels totally unique, and I'm still playing at the moment. I'm really enjoying it, but it is hard. But because of its original style and its really beautiful comic strip kind of cutscenes, this is in my list for sure. Lost Odyssey. It's definitely a quality game. One of the best RPGs of this generation. Maybe even competes with some of the PS1, PS2 titles. It's a game I never finished, and I may go back and finish it. I have to start again on the PS3, I think. But did it lack anything? I didn't really think the cities had much character about them and life, where the animations took themselves really seriously. Sometimes everything looked a bit flat, and the more real some of the facial expressions get, the less real we can believe in it. Like, the only game I've actually been swept into living, you know, it's a world you live in. You get to know the characters and you're with them every step of the way. So for the first time in this generation, I've actually really been swept away by a game, and that's Star Ocean. Last Hope on the PS3. Because it's the main part of the story feels getting to know the characters. So that's got something in common with the previous RPGs of other generations, and the sense of timing. You're travelling to another planet, and every journey takes a long time. You've got to just talk to the people you're with, so that makes it really good quality. But I've got to admit, I did actually give up on it. Although the game's the best RPG of our generation, I think, it's got some flaws. For one, it does crash in certain areas of the game. In dungeons sometimes. The dungeons are a little bit too hard. And the boss battles can go on for ages without winning. And that is the point I gave up. So, it's just a question of leveling up in those circumstances. But even with the flaws, I'm putting this at number 1. So obviously I love the game, but I never completed it. But previous RPGs, like of the PS2 generation, I completed all of them, my favourite ones. Final Fantasy VIII, Dragon's Quest, Final Fantasy X. I think Final Fantasy X was probably the last Final Fantasy really worth playing. I didn't like 12, or really get into 13. But this is a franchise I'll be interested in from now on. Yeah, Star Ocean.